All right. Now, we're just doing a real quick meeting about doing quick parties, keeping your guests focused, interested, getting the big sales, and getting them to know your product. Our catalogs are phenomenal. That's your #1 selling tool. The catalog describes the product, shows the product, describes what it does. If they have questions about what's in the product, they can ask you in the sales room. Okay? I like quick parties. Have you ever been to a home party and the person stands up there and talks for hours?
Yeah, my
Does it make you want to book the party? Because you're like,
well, they
joined.
joined.
Sit for 3 hours.
They joined. Yeah, we joined instead.
Joined, yes. So I'm all about keeping it simple. Okay, simple. You really have to gauge it by the people at the party as well, though. Okay. My #1 rule with my hostesses, even before I get to her house, when I'm talking to her and doing my hostess coaching on the phone, couple key important things. #1, don't bring out the alcohol until I get there. People can have 1 drink. I don't want anybody blitzed. If people are drunk as skunks, there's no point in doing it because they're not going to shop. If you want a bunch of free stuff, follow the rules. And I say it just like that. This is my business, my livelihood. I've put my blood, sweat, and many tears into it. So it's important. So keep the alcohol to a minimum. After the party, pour away. Okay, but I want people's attention. I want them to remember what I said. The other thing is let your hostess know when I am in the room taking orders, you become me. And your hostess is going to go, what? What I do with my hostesses is when I'm in the room taking orders, there's nobody out there to show them the products, to get them going, to get them motivated, to try it, smell it, taste it, okay? Make sure your dipsticks are out. Tell people, don't put your fingers in my jars, okay? But get your hostess to be the hostess. #1, it shows her how easy it is to sell the product, gets her interested in becoming one. Oh my God, that's all you have to do? Yeah. Okay. So right there, you're training your hostess to do love weights. I also tell my hostess, for every person that comes into my order room and orders something that you've shown them at the table while I'm in taking orders, I give you 10% off. If I get 10 people that come into my room and they buy 10 products that you showed them at the table, make sure that they tell me you get something for free. That's a 100% discount. If they sell 5 items from the table while I'm in taking orders, they get something at 50% off. Okay? It's a fair trade. You're making your hostess work. Why not work for something for free? I don't give her free nothing. I don't do hostess gifts. I don't do raffles and draws, I don't do any of that. That comes out of my pocket. Maybe I'm cheap and stingy, but you're there to buy and people know that, right? But I make it fun and interesting. But I make my hostess work for her free stuff, okay? So, and this is how I keep my parties short. Those are my 2 main things I tell my hostess. Over-invite, because everybody knows only half the people showed up, okay? So over-invite, alcohol to a minimum, and when I'm in that room taking orders to get you the most free stuff I possibly can, I want you up there getting people, hey, did you try this? Hey, have you smelt this? Oh, you love it? Great. When you go and order it, let her know that I showed it to you because I get discounts. And friends will help friends, right? If your friend said, oh, you like that hand cream? Well, when you go in there and you order it, you tell her that I said it because I get a discount for you buying it. Yeah, okay. Friends will help you, okay? So that's kind of like the precursor to going to the party. When you get to the party, arrive first, okay? You want to get set up. Put out all your product. Put out whatever you want. Put out all your toys, all your spa stuff, whatever you feel like packing around with you. Put it out. Okay? Anything that is still wrapped in packaging that you're going to do for sales or that sort of thing, I usually stick to one side of the table. Makes it easier for me to grab it, to take it into the back, so if people want cash and carry. Okay? The other side, I put the toys. A lot of the toys are still in the packaging, and I take those with me into the order room as well. because people will want to buy it. Okay? That's why it's kind of good to have doubles of things. In the front, put out 10 items. Just 10. 3 or 4 of the spa products, the intimacy products that you need to explain, and a couple of your favorite toys. So you're all set up, the guests start to arrive. Connect with the guests. Okay? I take notes about every guest that walks in that door. I take notes. I took notes of all you guys as you were telling me about how long you've been with Love Wings, about what you want to do with your business, about your goals, something about you. I kept notes. So if Emily calls me in 3 weeks from now, I can look at my notes. Oh, she loves dancing. You know. So hey, if you want to get her motivated or get her to do something or buy something or whatever, okay, maybe she'd like tickets to the ballet. You know what, if you do $1,000 this month, or you do $1,000 party, I'll get you tickets to the ballet. Wouldn't that be an incentive? Right? Okay, but take notes on everybody. And it sounds really weird, but I walk around with my notebook and a pencil, and don't have it on your front page. You don't want someone reading over your shoulder as to the little notes that you're making. Okay? But once I walk away from them, I'm like, oh yeah, and I'll just jot down your name and a few notes about them. It helps me when they go into the order room. When they come into the order room, I see their name that they've already written on their order form. Crystal. Yeah. Okay. Hey, how you doing? So tell me about your, about yourself, about your kids, about your job. Really important. And keep your mouth shut and listen to your guests. You'll be able to find out who's looking for a new job, who hates the job that they're at, who has 5 children, their husband just left them and has no money. Jeez, bet they would like to make money in a couple hours every night, right? So really important, connect with those customers. And those connections that you make will carry you through your business for years and years. So always start on time. I'm really big about starting on time. Okay, if people are coming in late or they're running late or behind, they'll figure it out. It's in the catalog. I'm not going to go backwards. I'm not going to make everybody sit through me explaining something again because they couldn't be courteous enough to be on time. If you know the party's starting at 7, you should be there at 10 to 7 to get your shoes off, put your purse down, grab your coffee, whatever. Okay? So when you start your presentation, do a quick little introduction about yourself, that you are a plain, ordinary woman. I am not some fancy dancy lady from, well, I am, but fancy dancy lady, right? That everybody and anybody can do this. You don't need special training. You don't need special qualifications, okay? I let them know I work a full-time job. I have a special needs child. I do animal rescue. I have
surgery on your shoulder.
I have a congenital condition. So if you see my joints kind of doing weird things, it's okay. They'll go back, really, they will. Okay, just a quick, brief explanation of yourself. Take no more than 5 minutes. Within that time that you're introducing yourself, okay, so take 2-3 minutes to introduce yourself. Doesn't take longer than that, right? As you saw by just going around the table today. The other 2-3 minutes, tell them about the procedure. At this party tonight, I'm going to show you some wonderful spa products, some intimacy products, and some fun things that go buzz in the night. Your orders are all taken in private. Okay? After the really quick demonstration, I will be in the back room taking orders. Our wonderful hostess, Shannon, is going to be out here and she's going to try and answer any questions that you may have. Okay? So now everybody in the group knows that my hostess is here for them as well. And their friends are going to go, geez, Shannon, you did a great job. You should, right? You should do this.
I love it. Brilliant.
Okay? So let them know Shannon is there to answer your questions, okay, while I'm in the room taking orders. If there's any questions about any of the products in the book, ask me in the room. That's what I'm there for. If you have any personal, intimate questions, feel free to ask me in there. I've been doing this for well over 20 years at some sort of adult industry. I've heard it, seen it, probably shouldn't know most things. Okay? So right there, you've connected with the guests. Let them know it's cash and carry. The order will be in a week. You can take Visa, MasterCard, do e-transfer. Cash is always wonderful. Get your business stuff out of the way. In those first 5 minutes, you have your entire room's focused. They're not distracted. They're not drunk. They're not wound up on pheromones. Okay? You have their focus. So once you've gone through the introduction and the procedures, I spend about 5 minutes on spa products. That's it. Okay? The way, I know. I let them know the different scents available. Okay? Tell them about the different scents. And all our spa products are available in those scents. Okay? Feel free afterwards to come up. I want you to smell it. I want you to try the hand lotion. Okay? Try the body mist. See what it smells like on you, because we're all different. We all have different body chemistry. Right? But come up and try it afterwards. And people will, because they're going to be waiting to get into that order room with you. Okay? You don't need to pass every product around. You don't need to have them smelling, tasting, especially spa products. We all know what bubble bath does. We all know what hand and body lotion does. I'm pretty sure most women have used a sugar scrub and know what a body mist is. You know, yeah, I'll touch on it. Refrigerated body mist? Yeah. Okay, especially in this heat. Throw out little things.
Rescue refrigerated.
Right? Okay, but now, so that's the spa products. Keep it real simple. Everybody knows what that stuff does. You don't need to spend time on it. They'll come up, they'll smell it, they'll pick their favorite scent. They know they want the shave cream. They know they want the body lotion. And I usually say, like, the shave cream, you know, nice rash-free formula. If you do happen to get a rash, then I'm now leading into the specialty products. And that's how I lead into it. I go from the shave cream, rash-free formula, but if you're like me and as white as a white girl gets, you do end up getting razor rash. Love to the rescue. So now you're going to spend about, I try not to spend no more than about 10 minutes on the specialty products, which is ones that are in the catalog, and it's something that you can't find anywhere else. Our special products made for loveweights, which is your Love to the Rescue. Okay? So you want to explain, like, Love to the Rescue? Body and Balance. Okay? That's a product uniquely for us. You want to spend time on body and balance. Libido. You get to my age, libido and body and balance. Okay? Life-changing. Wonder Oil. Wonder Oil for me has been absolutely wonderful, especially for incisions and scars. You can't see my incisions on this side. Wonder Oil. This is only 15 weeks post-op. Wonder Oil. Okay? So try and throw a little bit of personalization into it, but don't give away any intimate details about yourself. They don't need to know. They don't want to know. Okay? So touch on the stuff that in the book needs clarification. That's it. Spend no more than 10 minutes on that. Okay? That sort of stuff you can't really smell, because you don't want them opening up Wonder Oil in the living room and having the whole place smell like tea tree oil. Right? So once you've explained that, then I go, the last product in that line I talked about is the G-Spot cream, because that's also something that's uniquely Lovewings. The G-Spot cream and the toys, you want to spend a good 10 minutes on. Okay? A lot of women don't even know where their G-Spot is. Okay? Less than 40% of women have ever had a G-Spot orgasm. We are here to change that. Okay? So describe the G-Spot cream. Describe where the G-Spot is, which is important. Don't need to get elaborate. Don't need, 2.5 inches up towards, the front vaginal cavity. Tiny little spot. Feels like the roof of your mouth. And watch all your guests go as they're taking their tongue and rubbing the roof of their mouth. It's really fun.
I did it too. And I know what it feels like.
Okay? And explain that. Explain how fabulous that cream is. when used in conjunction with a toy that's meant for G-spot stimulation, and show the toys that have G-spot stimulators. Okay? Once you've gone from the G-spot, if you want something that's not so intimidating, if you're using it for couples play, then go into the smaller toys that won't make your man feel inadequate.
Can I just interject one thing?
Hold on a second, or else I'll lose my
On
spot.
plus.
Right? So then you start going into those ones, talking about clitoral stimulation. Okay? That's where you throw on the ons. Okay?
Is that exclusive?
Yes. On plus is only available through Ludwig's.
Oh, yeah.
The whole line.
Yes, it is.
So then you're going from the G-spot, the toys that correspond to G-spot. Going to clitoris, the creams, lotions, potions, all of that for the clitoris, the toys that coordinate with that. Then show the nice high-itemed, the higher priced specialty items right at the end. Okay? Your guest will remember what you said in your first 5 minutes and your last 5 minutes. All the stuff in between, they're distracted by the catalog, by their friends sitting beside them. Oh my God, I've tried that before. And they're talking back and forth.
Yeah.
And that's okay because they're talking each other up. Okay? Most of them are like, oh, I got to try that. Oh, I really need to take that home. And that's what you want. And that's why you want to keep your presentation short. You want your hostess and your guests to also do some of the work. Okay? Our catalog is laid out so easy. Okay? So easy. They can go in, they look at something. Hero, Power Glide. What's Power Glide? Arousal gel for him. Oh. So if you're trying to get your man aroused, you're going to read the description. It tells you hybrid gel dramatically heightens sensation and maximizes his performance. And she'll be like, yeah. So when she gets in, and I tell my customers, this catalog is for you to take home. Dog ear the pages. Circle what you want. Have a question, write it beside it. I want that. This is my advertising. I want them to take it home. I want them to show their friends. I want them to leave it out on the counter for their husband. Okay? I have gotten phone calls. I found my wife's catalog from like some party thing that she was at, and I really want to try this stuff, and apparently she didn't order it. I've gotten many calls from that because I tell the women too, take the catalog. It's yours. Do what you want with it. Doodle in it. Draw faces in it. Okay? Show your husband. Show your best friend. Okay? It tells you everything you need to know. Even has pictures. Some people are visual. Okay? Some people learn by reading. Some people learn by what you say. You want to try and hit everybody's learning abilities. Okay? So give it a 2-minute wrap up and just say, was there anything that you need to know before I go into the room and take orders? I'm going to take my stuff in with me that is available for cash and carry. Make sure you integrate that again. There's stuff available for cash and carry. Okay? So if it's not out on the table and you want to see it, I'll have it in the room. But everything out on the table, I invite you. And always say, I invite you to come up. Because then you're saying it's okay. You're giving them permission to come up and try it, taste it, smell it. Okay? You've already gone over with the hostess. Okay, now you go up to your hostess and say, okay, I'm going to pack up my stuff. I'm going to go into the laundry room to go take the orders. Doesn't matter where you go, as long as it's separate. And you want someplace that has a door. And you have to be able to trust your hostess with your products that are out there. You've got a lot of money sitting out on that table. Okay? And make sure your hostess knows that. And she will take good care of your products.
Especially if she thinks she's going to get charged for something.
Exactly. Okay? And say, I want you to get people up there. I want you to, taste the lubes, taste the products. You're wasting time. I shouldn't say wasting time. That's not an appropriate thing. It takes time to pass all the items around. If there is something that's like really sticks out in your mind, talk about it. Whatever you talk about and you believe in is going to sell. It comes out in your voice. Okay? Natural lubricant. Okay, for me, natural lubricant is like natural lubricant. It comes out of my voice. I can't sound excited about natural lubricant. Hybrid lubricant, yeah. Okay, it comes out in my voice. That stuff is awesome. Okay, especially for women who need the lube, the hybrid stuff. I'm going to talk about the hybrid stuff because I'm going to sell that because it comes out in my voice. Okay, those big, high-priced, expensive toys that you showed at the end, the people are going to remember those ones because those are the last ones you talked about. So now, first part of your demonstration is talking about you. You're relating to your customers. Your customers remember what you said. High-priced toys at the end. That's the part they remember the most. Okay? I do give my customers catalogs when they come in. I want them to look through it. So while I'm mingling and writing my little notes about everybody, I'm listening to what they're all talking about. Oh my God, check out page 43. Did you see that? Okay, someone really likes that. I'll talk about that. There's a sale right there. Okay, and that's where you want to pick out your favorite stuff. But you don't have to show everything. They don't have to taste everything. You want to pass out 2 things? Great. Okay, if it's a crowd that's not really into the spa products and you got through that part quicker, then get them to try the strawberry lube. Or get one person to try the throat spray. Okay, you don't need to pass it around to everybody. Where you make your sales is in that sales room. You're doing your personal connections with the people. You're answering their questions. You're answering their intimate, personal questions. They're connecting with you. Close your mouth and listen. Okay? You've made notes. If that's a woman who hates her job, right? Ask them, you know, oh my gosh, you know, I was listening to you out there and you don't even know some of this stuff. You'd be great doing this with me. They may go oh, no, not right now. Then they're going to go home and think about it. You know what? I could do that. And then now they're watching their friend, because they're all friends of the hostess. They're watching their friend saying, oh, try this. Make sure you tell her about this. And they're seeing how easy it is for Shannon to show and taste the products. Okay? So you're recruiting, you're selling. When you're intaking orders, you want to upsell. If someone buys a toy, they need toy cleaner. Oh, guess what? You need lube, okay? You know, and that's how you get your sales, is in there, building that one-on-one. You don't want to try and explain a lot of things because some people don't want that. It confuses them and they feel overwhelmed and they'll step away, okay? There's sometimes, Bobby will do a video and by the end of the video, I'm like, oh. And I'll have to stop, look at my notes, go back, and listen to it again. Because Bobby's so full of information, I don't process that fast. I'm a little slower on the upkeep sometimes. Really. So I have to take a step back. So if you're, you know, giving out all this information on all these different products, by the time you're done with the spa products, your customers are like, too much, too much, too much. If there's something in there that they see that they want to know about, they're going to ask you, hey, can you tell me more about this? Can you tell me more about that? You know, have you ever tried this stuff? Does this work? You know, Emily was out there and she was telling me about the Sizzle Kiss. Okay, Sizzle Kiss is a great one to show people, but it's only a $22 item. Okay, so it's one of our lower priced items. Do you want to sell a Sizzle Kiss or do you want to sell Body and Balance? And that's something that you would talk about, which is a $37 item. Okay, that's a 50.
That's only a 1 month supply.
Yeah, and it's
That's $500 a year for one person if they bought it every month.
Yeah,
for one product.
Wow, Mrs. Number One.
Yeah. So now once you've got that person in your room and you're taking their order, on the back of their order sheet, write down notes about that person. Totally important. Before you call that next person in, that person has left your room, flip over that order sheet and write down single mom, 3 kids, hates her job, love the Body and Balance. Okay, it's fresh in your head. Make quick, simple notes. Because if she was humming and hawing about a product, she may not have been able to get it at this party, She might not have been able to book a party right away,
Yeah.
but you can phone her in a week after she's gotten her products to see how she likes them. Customer follow-up is huge. Phone your customer. Did you get everything? Have you picked it up? Have you tried it? Was everything okay? I noticed that you really liked, intimate something, say one of the high-priced toys. You know what? If you host a party, I will give that to you at 50% off because I know how much you wanted it and you couldn't do it at the party. Okay? It's another connection. They may say, no, not right now, I can't do a party, but you have still phoned them, you've connected with them again, you're phoning to see how their order was and if they liked everything. If the customer had a complaint or whatever, you want to help them. Okay? There's nothing better than, what would you do? Say if you went and got a haircut. And if your hairdresser phoned you a week later, how's your haircut working for you? Is it laying the way you want? You know that one piece that kept flipping out all week long and that was driving you nuts? You can say, well, actually, there's one piece that's driving me nuts. You know what? Just stop in any time while I'm working and I'll trim that up for you. Your customer's going to remember that. Okay? Same with love weights. If your customer has a question and you answer their question, a week after the party, they're going to remember that. Okay? And that's building customer relations. So keep your party short, brief, to the point. Only show a few items, the ones that need explanation and the ones that go together to upsell. So G-Spot cream with the G-Spot toy, with your toy cleaner, awesome lube. Boom, there's a package. Okay? If you want to put packages together, great. You don't need to super discount them. If a package together and our cost was $74 and you put it on for $69, I guarantee you maybe 1 out of 30 people would notice that it's like not even $5 off.
Well, the shipwreck package is only 9% off. And
Right?
it's $259 at retail.
So they're not going to notice those sorts of things. You build them a nice little package and they don't have to think about what they need to put together. And you don't need to really talk about it. Just say, I've got specials up on my table. Come look at them. Okay? And I put out a few copies of it so people can just say, I want this package. And they'll just fold it up, tuck it in their catalog, and bring it into the order room. I want this. Okay. I'll order all that up for you. Does that make sense? Okay. Games, draws, all that sort of stuff, totally up to you. Okay? It takes time. Unless you do games that don't take time during your party. Okay? In front of you, I just put down a block party. This is one that I made up.
Right.
It's just on a loose piece of paper on the top. There you go. This is one you can give your hostess at the start. This is one that they can fill out while you're in taking orders. Okay? It increases sales because most of us are between 40 and 50%, so you're going to make 40 to 50% of the sales. Okay? They can only play the game if they place an order. It ensures people order, right? Even if it's only one thing.
I don't tend to play games. I'll do a recruiting draw.
Yeah, this is great for larger parties. Okay, when there's only 10 people, okay, they're getting me for the hour.
Ooh.
Right? You get my undivided attention.
Your expertise.
My expertise. You know, my time is valuable. It really is. I have very limited energy. I don't last very long up and about and doing things still. I would rather be at home curled up in my jammies on my couch with my 3 puppies and my parrot.
Wow. And your alligator and your...
You know, so you want to limit your time and make the most money. Would you rather make $300 in an hour or $300 in 3 hours?
I said the same thing right here.
I know what my answer is. 300 in an hour. Yes.
I just said on the way here, I
And I
said,
get to
I'm
go
going to
home.
learn how to do a show in a half hour so that when I have a $2,000 show, I'm making $500 an hour. And my friend I was chatting with, he goes, I'm sorry, you make how much?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
And I got renewed respect for him.
There you go. So
Okay.
quick, easy, to the point.
Are we on questions yet?
Sure. Can we stop?
Yeah.
Yep, just hit the record button.
Oh, yeah, I don't have my
Or
glasses on.
the